Alright, take three. Alright, so with that being said, long video, short. To my hater, I don't play online. That's basically the end of the story. So I'm gonna make that crystal clear. Anybody that sees all the stuff that's on my YouTube channel, live streaming, it's all offline basically. That's basically all it is. I don't really play online. And it's not that I don't like to play online, it's just that I haven't done it in a long ass time, if you know what I mean. And what I'm saying by that is the only reason why I don't play online is because I haven't done it since I had my PlayStation 3. Now, for the person that messaged me off my PlayStation, I go up against the computer because it's a lot easier. I don't like playing up online because I don't like dealing with the noobs, and I don't like dealing with the hackers, and I absolutely don't like dealing with the people that you have to babysit all the time. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you an example here for the person that messaged me off my PlayStation. One reason why is because when I played Black Ops Zombies, I dealt with those same exact people, and I would rage quit constantly. I can admit that I rage quit constantly with those people because you constantly had to keep track of those people, because if they were hackers, they would give a shit about is themselves. If they were noobs, they didn't know what the hell they were doing, and you had to damn babysit them. So with that being said, that is that. I did also, this is also for the hater that messaged me also. I played online for Sniper Elite V2 a long time ago, and I dealt with the same thing on Black Ops Zombies. I dealt with the same thing on Black Ops Zombies. That's exactly what I'm going to say right now. For the rest of the people that are checking out the stuff, I'm not demanding anybody to watch anything off my channel. If you have a problem with it, don't hesitate to message me and say, hey, can you do a better job? You know what I mean? I'm more than willing to change some things around. But again, I don't really play all that much. Yeah, granted, I'm not working right now, but at the same time, I don't want to play every day. I don't want to sit my face in front of this TV screen all day and play video games, knowing that, I have a nice looking car. I like to go out and travel when I can. I also live in a nice little small town where I'm friends with a kid that me and him have become very close friends with his girlfriend that happens to be my girl/friend. So with that being said, that's for that. The next thing I'm going to point out right now is that there's going to be new games that are going to be coming out on the channel. So take a deep breath for everybody that's going to be seeing this video. Take a huge deep breath. The next games that you're going to see is this game right here. Where's my controller? Where's my controller? Where's my controller? Right here. You're going to see the Assassin's Creed stuff. You might not see it because it's far away, but if you could see it, yeah, that's what you're going to see next. And the other thing you're going to see is the Hunter Call of the Wild. And the Hunter Call of the Wild and those live streams are only going to be for people that are huge into the hunting scene. That's the only reason why I got that game. I didn't get it for anything else besides that. The Assassin's Creeds, I've been asked why don't I have them on. I've had a few coworkers say that you should be playing that. Then I've had a few coworkers turn around and say that if you do play them, you should play them online. Here's to my coworkers' answers right now. You're not going to see anything online. I don't have the time, I don't have the patience to play online for any game anymore. That is one half of my reason why I don't want to play online. The next thing you're going to see, the next thing I'm going to let y'all know is I also am going to play multiplayer online for Call of Duty World War II. My grandfather served in World War II. I don't know what infantry unit. If someone hits me up right now in this video, I'm going to say the same thing. I don't know what infantry unit he was in. I don't even know anything about his days in the military. All I know is that he was a soldier that was stationed, I believe, down south, and I believe that he was in Germany. That's the only things that I know as a grandson to a grandfather that served in World War II. Other than that, I don't know nothing. But I'm gonna get off that subject. so I don't piss off any of my family members. So with that being said, here's the next thing is when I play online for that, I'm going to be going up against the bots. I don't, like I said, I don't have the time, I don't have the patience, I don't have the energy to deal with practicing, getting better at playing online with those games. I just don't. I could care less if I play them with that being the function. So the next thing I'm going to get to is F1 2017. That Lewis Hamilton series was supposed to be on F1 2015. I promised you everybody that's where it was supposed to be. But in that description, instead of being there, it went from that F1 2017. The Jordan Andretti Jr. series, I actually am not going to do. The only reason why I'm not going to do that is because I'm going to continue my career on F1 2016. So with that being said, that's going to be that. For F1 2019, I'm going to do a Renault series with Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Hülkenberg. I'm going to do another one of Lewis Hamilton. I'm going to do one of Ferrari with the new guy that took over for Kimi Räikkönen, and I'm going to do one for Sebastian Vettel. So with that being said, those are going to be that one. I'm also going to do one for Team Red Bull for Max Verstappen. So with that being said, those are all going to be on F1 2019, so be on the lookout for that. The next thing I'm going to get to, because I know I'm sure someone's going to ask me this sooner or later. Why? This is probably a question that it's going to get with an answer here. And I know it's going to happen sooner or later, so I'm going to answer it anyways. So with that being said, I'm waiting for someone to ask me, well, why do you create yourself on NBA 2K? Why do you create yourself on MLB The Show? Why do you create yourself on Madden? Why do you create yourself on NHL? Here's the reason. What kid growing up didn't idolize a player? You know what I mean? What kid didn't idolize Wayne Gretzky or any of them players, or Ryan Miller or Marty Brodeur or any of them players that I am saying right now in NHL? What kid didn't idolize a player like Big Papi for the Boston Red Sox? What kid didn't idolize Dustin Pedroia? What kid didn't idolize Derek Jeter or Alex Rodriguez or Roger Clemens or Jorge Posada or Andy Pettitte or any of them that were on the Yankees or any other player that was on another team at the time? Ken Griffin Jr. You know, you got all these players that you watched as a kid and you wanted to be like one of these guys. Kind of like in football. What player didn't want to be like Brett Favre? What player didn't want to be like LaDainian Tomlinson? What person didn't want to be like a Reggie White or Bruce Smith or Jim Kelly for that fact, or even a Thurman Thomas or an Andre Reed, even a Steve Tasker that was probably one of the greatest gunners in NFL history. So with that being said, that's that. In basketball, who wouldn't want to be like a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan or a Magic Johnson or a Larry Bird or anything like that in between? Everybody idolized, a sports star back in their day. That's the reason why I create myself on these games, because I always had the dream of wanting to play a professional sport when I was younger. I did Little League Baseball when I was a kid, and I always wanted to be like a Derek Jeter. I wanted to play shortstop for the Yankees. I wanted to wear his number after he retired. Unfortunately, that did not happen, but that always can happen in the virtual world instead of doing it in real life. So with that being said, that's the reason why I create myself on those games. So the next thing I'm going to bring out is the racing games. The Jonathan Davenport series is going to get back kind of really soon. I got to start figuring out how I'm going to adjust everything. So with that being said, the Joe Plosick series. And I know a lot of people are probably going to scratch their heads and say, well, isn't Joe Plosick, and wasn't he a big block modified driver? Yeah, he was. Settle down, racing fans. The reason why I did this is because I wanted to entertain you with a driver that has never probably raced a sprint car in his life. So with that being said, that's the reason why I did that. So that is that series right there. The next thing I'm going to bring up is everything else in between. The Buffalo Sabres series is probably going to be put on halt for now because they are taking extremely a long time to actually record, and I didn't know how long they were taking until I recorded the first game and it said it was like an hour long. So I don't want to sit there and waste your time on watching an hour long game of me blowing out a team that is as good as we are, not even better. But like I said, here's the reason why it's not interesting so far. I mess with the sliders on NHL. That's the reason, because I don't really play NHL that much. So I mess with the sliders there. I also kind of mess with my own little custom sliders on 2K. So that's kind of the reason why you're seeing, when I go back and forth with the Bulls series, it's kind of the reason why you're seeing like good shots from the 3-point line. On MLB The Show, I don't mess with those sliders. Those sliders look really nice to me. The only thing I do is mess with the starting pitchers, pitches, because if there's a knuckleball or a knuckle curve or like a slow pitch, I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with a 5-inning or 6-inning 0-0 stretch. I don't want to bore you guys. I want to make the game as entertaining as possible as you can see. So with that being said, that's the reason for that. The Madden 20 deal, for me using both teams, is because I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. I play it where it's equal for every team. So with that being said, like you saw with the Green Bay Packers prediction schedule, you saw me working with both teams. All right. So with that being said, you saw entertaining games. If I did that with just using the Green Bay Packers offense, you would see the scores that you're almost seeing on franchise mode right now. It wouldn't even be close. They would be blowouts. So with that being said, that's the reason why I don't mess with them. The next thing I'm going to get to is I have a lot of other teams that I got to do their prediction of their schedules, because granted, we're a few months away from preseason football, but I want to try to do it before the regular season starts, so everybody gets the chance to see what these teams that I'm going to use, what their predictions are going to look like. I'm going to try to do it as realistic as I can, and I'm going to try to do it. But again, it's just predictions. It's not anything real. It's not anything that might not happen. I predicted the Packers to be 13-3 this year. They might finish 11-5. They might finish 10-6. They might not even make the playoffs this year. So with that being said, it's just like the Chiefs. Everybody's probably predicting that the Chiefs are going to be the second or the first seed again. Reason why I'm using the Chiefs is because Patrick Mahomes, but I also like Andy Reid. I've liked Andy Reid since he was the coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. So with that being said, yeah, I will get back to that as soon as I can. The racing deal. If you see my online gamer tag on the championships modes for NASCAR Heat 4, it's basically me controlling the driver, but at the same time, which I kind of don't understand, it should just say Tyler Reddick, or it should say Haley Deegan, or Tony Stewart, or Kevin Harvick, but it doesn't. Understand this, it's the driver, it's me using the driver, but it's and when I win or wherever I finish, that's the driver that I'm using. So if you get confused on that, that's basically how I can explain it. It's me using the driver, I'm controlling the driver, but if I win or whatever, you will see the driver's natural face, or you will see his picture at the very end before I end the live stream. So the next thing I'm going to get to is, if you see what the championship points look like before I get to the playoffs the playoff races, you see that you don't hear me commentate. I don't have a headset. The only reason why I don't have a headset is because my language kind of gets to the best of me. So with that being said, that's the reason why I don't have a headset. But I will get a headset sooner or later again. So with that being said, everybody then saying that I don't have a headset, stay calm, stay patient. I will get a headset sooner or later again. The next thing is for my people that want me to join online with them on the new Modern Warfare game. That game is no longer interests me at this point. I don't like Warzone because it kind of reminds me of Fortnite Battle Royale. because I don't like the battle royale things. I don't have time. I don't have the patience to deal with that. So with that being said, that's the end of that. Like I said, though, I'm going to point this out too because I'm sure someone's going to ask about the shirt. And I'm sure someone's going to ask about the stuff that's behind me. Thurman Thomas. It's autographed by Thurman Thomas. It was when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Again, I'm a Bills fan. I have it tattooed right here on my wrist. See what I mean? See what I mean? Go Bills for my Bills fans. The Phillies jersey. This is a Bryce Harper shirt. I've been a fan of him when he was with the Nationals, so I kind of like him still now. With that being said, the Giants stuff. That was my grandfather's team. He always rooted for the Giants. He loved his Giants. He loved his Rangers. And he loved his Yankees, and he liked Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well. So with that being said, that is that. The next thing I'm going to point out is I also have a hat on, which is of Haley Deegan. Is a driver that I like. She is a female driver that's bringing in a lot of other NASCAR drivers that are coming in because of her personality, and that's the reason why I chose her on NASCAR Heat 4 to use with her on NASCAR Heat 4. Granted, yeah, I nearly almost won every race. I let a few other people win different stages, or I let a few other people win different races. You know, I'm a nice guy. I don't want to win every race. I could care less if I win every race on NASCAR. The only time I want to win every race is on F1 because the damn tracks annoy the hell out of me for some reason. But again, I got to learn from what a buddy of mine said to me at a game store. He said it's European rules. You got to play nice. So that's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to play nice on F1. So with that being said, you're going to get an entertainment kick out of me playing F1. But also at the same time, you're going to get an entertainment kick when I do an Assassin's Creed. Because I kind of get annoyed in Assassin's Creed too. So with that being said, everything else, you're going to kind of see me getting a little annoyed when I get a headset. I'm going to try to calm down my profanity and my language when I'm on there, so you guys don't freak out and nobody has a fit, you know, and YouTube doesn't freak out and be like, ah. But anyways, that's it for now, guys. I want to let y'all know, stay safe, wherever the heck you are in the world today, and like I said, stay 6 feet apart from each other. Do what you need to do so we can slow that spread of that virus that's going on right now. And for everybody else, like I said, I love every one of y'all. And catch me next time on a stream. I'll probably play maybe a few games right now so y'all can check it out as the stream ends or during the stream. Like I said, if anybody has a problem with it, just let me know in the comment section. I don't really care. The only other thing I'm going to let everybody know is that I also got a message from someone that hit me up on YouTube not too long ago about why I play preseason. The reason why I did all 4 preseason games is to check out the team, because I actually have not used the Arizona Cardinals since, I believe, Madden 07 or Madden 08, and that was when Kurt Warner was on the team. Other than that, I haven't used the Cardinals since then. So with that being said, that's the reason why I did preseason. But I'm also going to leave in the comment and the description of someone that does preseason, and that's where I get my ideas from for Madden, anyways, for the football ideas. I also get my ideas from the NASCAR ideas. I'm going to get on YouTube, and I'm going to look up his YouTube name, and I will have you guys subscribe to my man that does the football scene. He has 2 channels, and I'll have you guys check out the channel for the guy that does the NASCAR scenes, so everybody gets the gist. Granted, they all have headsets or microphones or whatever. I don't have all that equipment, you know. So like I said, everybody stay patient with me, stay calm. Everybody will know sooner or later that I will get back to what I need to get back to. For that being said, don't hesitate to hit me up on social media. I'm in my description on my channel right there on the main screen. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you like something that you see, don't hesitate to subscribe. Don't hesitate to hit me up and say, hey, nice job. You need to work on this. But don't be a hater and say why you're not playing online when it's in this video why I don't play online. So with that being said, that's it for now. But anyways, guys, y'all stay safe. Keep your social distancing. You know what I mean? And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Love. Get her done.